Okay, the purpose of this video is to show you how to drain the black and gray water. So notice I'm putting on gloves. I suggest you do too, and you'll find these gloves in this front compartment just behind the generator. Rubber gloves right there. They're next to the freshwater hose and your electrical cord there as well if needed. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. I'll point out a couple things. Black holding tank and gray holding tank. Your black water is your water from the toilet. Your gray water is the water from the sinks and the showers. So you'll always want to drain the black water first and then the gray water. Again, black is on the left, gray is on the right. Now clearly I can't just open this and then pull that because it's going to drain right onto the ground. Now it's empty right now. However, anytime it's been used, it's going to drain. So what I need to do is come over here, and in this compartment here, you've got your sewer snake. We always replace this bag each time, put it in a new white garbage bag, but you've got this sewer snake that you have to connect to the black and gray water terminal there. If I can get this undone, I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so inside this bag is the sewer snake, I call it. This end just sets down inside the sewage drain on the ground, and this other side, don't want to dig in there too much. It has been cleaned and flushed thoroughly, but we all know what goes through that, so I don't like to play with it more than I have to. But there's the other end right there. Okay, this literally just hooks on to that black terminal valve back there. I'll show you. So literally, if you can see down in there, get down a little bit lower. You just those claws just kind of grab it, put it on. You want to keep this hose nice and straight, and you stick this other end in the sewage valve. Now again, if you got a bunch of bands and stuff in it, you're gonna potentially have problems, right? So you want to straighten that hose out as much as possible, and then it comes right over to wherever your sewage drop is. Okay, makes sense? Now, again, make sure that you pull the black tank first. Once it's completely drained, you push it back in to close it, and then you open the gray water tank, pull it to open it. All that water will come out and it'll flush out this thing. After you've done that, you can also flush out the black water tank by connecting a hose Now, I don't like to mix, and you shouldn't either. Once you've touched that, don't come in here and put dirty hands in here. This is where you plug in your fresh water. You've already seen another video with that. Okay, this one on the right, as it says, do not use the tank flush valve unless the full weight termination valve is open. That's the full weight termination valve down there that we've just been looking at. You got to make sure that black water one is open. But with a hose connected right here, and just from the pressure of turning the hose on, it will actually turn a little sprinkler on inside the sewage tank, and it will rinse it out. It'll start sprinkling and throwing water up against the edges of the tank, and you'll see it'll flush it out. So you want to do that. Okay, so let's review and make sure we've got the right order. You're going to drain the black water tank. You open that up. You've got a hose connected to this sewage black tank flush. After it's drained, you'll go ahead and turn that hose on and you'll flush it out. And you're going to wait till the water's clear. How do you know when the water's clear? Well, you come back over here to the end. You're going to know that water's going to go from brown to clear, right? You wouldn't drink out of it, but it looked like drinking water after you've cleared it out. So you just keep running the hose through that system until that water's clear, and then you can put it all away. After you got clear water there, you would turn the hose off, give it a few minutes to drain all that excess water out, and then you would shut the black water valve. So you push this black valve back in, and then you'd come over here and you'd pull the gray water valve out. And then all of the water from the sinks in the shower are then going to come through that hose, clean it out, and once it's cleaned out, then you're good to go. shut that gray water valve off, and you're done. That's how you dump the RV and the black and gray water. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so very simple thing. After I've drained my black water tank and I've flushed the black water tank, I've also drained my gray water. Now, I literally, after I've given it time to drain out, I know the hose is empty because it's nothing going through. I can see it clearly back there. Just come here, disconnect that, put your cap back on. Make sure you put the cap back on. It's very simple. And just make sure those claws grab. Just put it on there, give it a little twist. Make sure it's on secure, which I don't know that I was catching. There we go. Okay, that's on secure. And I'm literally just going to, now this has already been cleaned, but after I clean this out, okay, I'm just going to put this snake back in a clean garbage bag. And then it's just for safety measure. Again, you've already cleaned it out with your gray water, and then you've sprayed it off with a hose, not the drinking water hose, but in the hose bib that's at the service station. Okay, and actually just do the little, like it's a bag of bread, tie a knot in it, keep it from touching anything else, and then we threw it in this compartment right here. Nothing else goes in this compartment either, just to make sure that you don't contaminate anything. And then throw it in there, take these off. I don't want to touch anything with these gloves now. We're done. Easy peasy.